Hello. Just we are saying in civics, that is one person, one vote, one value. Why it is very necessary in democracy? Because democracy gives to us equal vote, equal value, equal rights, equal facilities, and obviously uh, best law and constitution also. According to our knowledge, every democratic country, they have one constitution. Obviously we have also, but we are discussing one person, one vote, one value. Suppose I am a son of chief minister. Suppose if I declared that I am the son of chief minister, so I can put two votes in my favor. Is it possible in democracy? Never. Never. Or it is not good for any democracy. So every person, they have only one vote to put, to choose their leader, and one vote, and it has only one value, not a two value like that. So through this process, we can run on democracy in any nation. That's why it is declared, it is told what, in a democracy, each adult citizen must have one vote, and each vote must have one value. Where you can see in democracy. So after that, question must come out: is it good democracy in a nation? Obviously answer yes, because it has some power for people to put the vote to choose the leader. In dictatorship, monarchy, aristocracies, this kind of ruling purpose you already known. You cannot see this kind of facilities where every people can put the vote and choose their leaders, and according to constitutions, they have limit power. They have no so much power that I have own the competition of election. Now I can do any kind of activities in nation. No, they can't. Constitutions, it has constitution also, and according to constitution, it has some limit power, and according to limit power, they have to do. Understood this part? I hope you understood. Then after, according to a book, it is given to understand the point. Suppose uh, popular leaders also they are in any nation, popular party also in any nation, but the popular leaders, popular party are doing illegal activities. Suppose this party is they're not allowed to others parties to do the competition. If any nation, their media, their radio, their televisions, if they do any kind of activities against of the ruling party, they will be harassed. And not only that, when you can see the leader, just only 1 year, after 1 year or 2 years like that, they are changing their constitution acts, they are changing the power of president. So is it good for any democracy? Although the popular leaders and popular party also there, when the people cannot express their views against the ruling party, the thing is it good? Obviously answer no, never. Although they are popular leader and popular party also there, no. So this is the example purpose in your book. Zimbabwe in country, and with his leader Robert Mugabe matter also there. In Zimbabwe PF party is there. It's a very popular, but in election time, uh, we can see the unfair election. Unfair election means people cannot put their vote. They forced to them by the government to put the vote in favor of the ruling party, only one party, that is Zimbabwe PF party. Several times they increased the power of president. Several times they changed their constitutions. Opposition party workers are hazard in their meetings, and their meeting disrupt. This kind of public protest, their demonstrations are not to be legal. It is declared illegal also. If they do this kind of, they should be arrested. This kind of television, radio are controlled by the government. So popular government also there. Yeah, obviously popular, obviously leader is very big in still now he is doing. So how can say that the Zimbabwe they are only one party democratic country also, they are election also held on every 5 years or like that after that. So how can you say that it is good democracy? No, it is not good democracy either. They have democracy rules, but in democracy some features should be. Election will be held on after 5 years. Opposition party can take part the contest of election. People can put their vote free and fairly. No one can force to them. Constitution will be there. After winning the ruling party, they have to do their activities according to constitution, act and rules. This should be. But in Zimbabwe we cannot see that. So popular party and popular suppose democracy country, although which nations like Zimbabwe, if you see, so you can say it as no, it is not good democratic country, or it is not good for democracy. That is, you can. So it is the duty of the government. It is the duty of the government. It is the duty of the democratic country to look after this kind of problems, to solve this kind of problems. Uh, they have to obey the constitution. They have to obey the people rights. They have to obey the rules of basic rules of elections. They have to. So it is told, it is declared that a democratic country, a democratic government, obviously a democratic government rules within the set by the constitution on law and the citizen rights. For the citizen rights purpose, what type of powers have been given by the constitutions, according to this limit power, these leaders must do something. They are not above the law, they are not above the people, they are the representatives of people. So they have to do their activities according to the development of the nation or people. That's I want to say to you. And that's why democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. I already told, now I am telling also. Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers elected by the government, and obviously they have to do their activities according to the constitution's acts or power, not above the constitution. And it is the duty of the government before the election or after the election to look the violence, look the atmosphere should be controlled by the election commissioner or election, obviously the government, before election or after election. Duration the election they have to look after. Now in India, just shortly I am going to give the message. In election time, who can put the vote? Obviously 18 years old person, they can put the vote, only one vote they can put. One thing, who can take part as a candidate in the election? Obviously who are 21 years old as candidate, obviously short we can say, and who are normal citizen, who are not abnormal, who are not criminal, who have no any kind of cases against of this person or candidate. So this kind of, and people, male female both, they can put, or not only male female, any kind of any citizen who are normal, obviously who are normal, not a abnormal person can put the vote, obviously. So they can put the voting citizen, adult citizen, obviously in election time. And in India, election commissioners must organize the election. Okay, so in that time what will be done by the election commissioner, this is the duty of the government to follow. And according to constitution, it is already given many acts, many rules about election, how to control, how to do, and in election time what type of rules we have to follow. It is already given. Now it is another discussion, but now this kind of facility, this kind of people rights, people citizen rights, suppose rulers, election, free and fair election, one person one vote value, who are giving? Obviously democracy is giving. So it's democracy is very good, is one kind of feature. Next part is, that is every citizen has some power, rights also, and according to their rights, according to their dignity, unlimited power, they have to do their activities, no one can force to you. So who are giving? Obviously democracy. So now last of part, the arguments of democracy. Some against arguments, some in favor arguments on democracy it is given, but today I am going to discuss just arguments in favor, obviously in merit of democracy. So what it is written, the democratic government, a democratic government is better government because it is a more accountable for accountable form a government. Accountable, whatever you have to done, you have to follow all kind of rules and resolution of the constitution. Dictatorship, aristocracy, monarchy, they never follow the constitution, never follow the rules. They can make their rules anytime, any moment. But in democratic country, rulers cannot make any kind of rules, any kind of decision, anytime, any moment. No, they have to pass the rules and pass the any kind of decision in the parliament. Obviously most of the nation in the world, they have parliament. In the parliament, opposition party and party members, ruling party, they have to discuss. You already know that, it is another discussion. Not only that, in democracy, it improves the quality of the decision making. Suppose one decision already taken by the government, after putting this, if they observe it is not good for the people, so they can solve the problem, they can stop the project, they can stop the decision. So decision making purpose, it improved, it is improved, or it improves the decision making also through this democracy. Obviously democracy provides a method to deal with different conflicts. Suppose confliction here and there. Conflicts mean, do you know that? It will mean done, I mean to fight or like that. Suppose community, suppose majority power, suppose any social confliction. If you see democracy, this has power to solve these problems. Suppose you already know the Belgium country, they had class 10, I think it is given. Belgium, what they when they saw this kind of problem in their country, they took some decision to solve the problem in this kind of communities, and they solved. But in Sri Lanka, they did not follow any kind of model, any kind of decision making. After that, they saw the civil war in their country. That's the problem. In class 10 you will see this is the power of sharing or like that. So they had solved. But who can give to you? Obviously democracy. Without democracy you cannot see this. The democracy must improve these kind of things. Not only that, democracy gives to the people their dignity. If every citizen, they have some dignity, some power, they can put the vote according to their choice. They can live here and there, they can talk, they can express. Fundamental rights also there in India. All citizen, another citizen also in their own country. So who are giving? Who is giving these kind of things? Obviously democracy. Now another part is, it is better. Democracy is better because it allows to the corrects its own mistakes. It is written. What it is written? It is allowed. It is better because it allows us. What allows us to correct its own mistakes. If I do any kind of mistakes, so democracy gives to us to correct this kind of things, to correction, to arrange the mistake. You have to find out then where we have done the mistakes or like that. So we have some time to solve this. But who is giving this kind of times? Who is giving this kind of methods to do better and better? Who? Obviously democracy. So it is the good in democracy. Features I have said. For knowledge purpose, it is given one kind of example. Popular party also, they are popular leader also. But in that type of countries are not giving the election properly, unfair election. People not giving their votes in their own favor, own choice. They are forcing by they are forced by the ruling leaders, media, televisions. They are not doing properly work because pressurized on their head. So that type of countries, although they have democracy, but we cannot say that is a good democracy. Understood this part? Now last one, it is the homework for you and who are listening my video, my topic. I want to say, you have to write on short note, too. And is a one person one vote one value. What is this actually? You have to write the short note on this. Question must come out from this part. Second question is the arguments, obviously in merit of democracy, arguments in favor of democracy, arguments in favor of democracy. So 2 points you have to write, and 7 p.m. you have to upload on this WhatsApp. That is homework, and I want to see who are doing. And you are class 9 standard students, just listen carefully, because after 1 year you will appear for the board exam. So this class 9 is very very important. Every chapter of SST, every subjects are very important. So every time you have to listen carefully. And I have heard one unnecessary sound by you today, but I do not want to see it again and again. Understood? You are a good student. So as good student, your behavior should be good. Don't mess with me. So this is I am telling you. Okay, thank you very much.